I'm with a short video about Mercury conjuncting Deneb Algedi today, and we can see it right here. Um, Today, right now, it's a Saturn hour, and Saturn is already in the 29th degree, the anaretic degree. So we have an excellent time to tend to agreements around our properties, credit scores, trade, our stocks, our financial stuff, debt, anything to do with debt. And you saw me with the Iolite page right here. And this is Crystal Vaults. It's a great site to learn about crystals. Always make sure you work with the crystal ethically, and it's always good to invite the spirit of a crystal or work energetically with the picture of a crystal rather than to buy from unreputable sources. If you've already had a crystal that you don't know how you got, which I am in the same boat, then it's a good time to see where is this crystal coming from and to bless the place and to bless the people. So crystals are working tremendously well with Saturn as it rules crystals and minerals. And right now, Saturn is in the last degree of Aquarius. So you can definitely use iolite if you have, or just the spirit of iolite, a picture of iolite. That you can just find online and invite that spirit and meditate on that and tend to what you need to tend to. The moon is growing. So, whatever you want to grow in your life and create new structures, okay? Improve the structure. It's a great time to do a call around your credit score. It's a great time to uh, to buy new credit means, perhaps open a bank account. You have to be cautious here because Mars that is in Gemini is square Neptune. Okay, it's applying to square Neptune. Um, so you want to be cautious, but also you do want to take advantage of Mercury on Deneb Algedi, and you can wait for, yeah, I won't play with this chart too much, but definitely anything to do with agreements, anything to do with your credit, your debt. You can call in for a debt arrangement, treat it as increasing wealth. If you need a lawyer, if you need someone to represent you, Mercury also rules lawyers. Okay, maybe you need a lawyer, somebody that can represent you. Maybe you need to make a phone call. Um, to improve upon your debt situation and increase wealth, because the moon is growing, we want to phrase it as what we want to grow. Okay, I want to grow my credit score, I want to grow my wealth, um, rather than what we want to diminish. Okay, I want to grow my cash flow, I want to grow my property, and that is a great way to do that. And if you are calling to, let's say, settle debt, then always think about what do you want to grow. Okay, do you want to settle debt because you want to purchase a property or purchase land? Do you want to do that because you want to go on a holiday and you want to have a credit that you can use abroad? So always tend to what you want to do after you get rid of that debt, because especially with the moon growing, that can help you tackle the situation, be motivated, and that way you also show the people that you have a goal, that you're growing, that there's something in your life that you're heading forward to. And when you speak in goals and dreams, even in the court system or credit system or even banking, when you meet the right people, they're very attuned, very attentive to a person who wants to take responsibility and say, I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know how this affects my life. I decided to take responsibility and change my habits, so and so. This is what I'm doing today. Maybe have other tips that can help me um, improve upon the situation, and from that vantage point grow. You will find a lot of assistance, and you will find gates open for you. and your wealth is protected. I can give you a concrete example. When I was in 2018, I was settling my debt from 2010 after the financial crisis, and it was already after a degree, and unfortunately, it was a Me Too case. So I was still dealing with that, and I had representation. And to the court, I just arrived dressed well, and I think I had peridot on, like, on me. And one of the things the judge said, he was very humane. He said he really appreciates that I did not try to down dress myself. I literally dressed in my best of clothes to the court to reach a debt settlement um, discussion, because he said, like, people usually try to put on the dress like they don't have this, they don't have that. And I was very honest, and just I brought my crystals with me to get good energy. And not only was my debt erased, but also I got to keep my the little that I have for pensions from the time that I worked. I got to keep that because the judge understood that unfortunately it takes time to heal from what I'm dealing with. Um, so apparently he got that way more than I understood at that time. So even if you do have like a court, or you have to show up in court or whatnot, when you put your best foot forward and you come with us authenticity and willingness to open a new page and to start learning, um, and to grow your wealth and well-being, then you'll find the right people. And other, things you can use is the iolite. Um, Things you can use is the energy of the growing moon to set intention in Gemini, okay, with Mercury and Deneb Algedi. It did this time of Mercury and Deneb Algedi, it's a great sort of a kind of a remediation for the Mars square Neptune, because the ruler of this Mars is with Deneb Algedi, that keeps you from that keeps you from mistakes, but definitely if you do set your intention to grow and to do things correctly, you will be very supported. Um, so um, take advantage of that. Saturn rules depth. Also, this is also to do with science, you know? And if you are a startup to do with science, or you have a patent to register, that can be a great time where you can find the right patent, or you can find how to register it. You think about, forming a new structure for your business, for your research. Maybe you're a scientist, so just applying skill, applying technology, applying communication. It's a great day to communicate with people. And this will be, let's move a day forward. This will be only for today, okay? So tomorrow, yes, Mercury on 25th degree, yes, you can still do work, and it is also being contacted by the moon. But if you're listening to this today, then do something today with that. You might even feel the urge to do so. Okay, I got the urge to work with Iolite. Then I did my own calls regarding the topic, and this is really putting your best foot forward. It's a great time to settle any agreements, anything you need to sign during this time. Again, you have to check other factors, but with this aspect is very benefic. It's also a great time to work with both Mercury and Deneb Algedi. So invite them in, invite them. I also got to work energetically with blue sapphire, and blue sapphire is a great crystal because it's a royal stone of communication. It's the qualities of blue, which is both communication, Mercury, and then a Balgadi, the blue eye, and it's a crystal, Saturn, and it's considered royal, so sun. So for those of you working on the axis of Leo or Saturn Sun, if you have a hard aspect, Saturn opposition Sun, Saturn hard aspect in the Sun, you might want to use either Peridot, but also Blue Sapphire if you want to bring in the communication, the Mercury right now, and then the Balgadi. And again, you can work with energy. You can work with energy. You don't have to buy the crystal if you can't afford buying it from a reputable source. And bless the people who mine this. Bless the country where it's coming from. Tend to it, okay? Ask if there is something that you can do, okay? Just if there's something that you can do to benefit this country, this within your abilities. I'm not talking about sacrifice, and to grow your wealth and maybe deliver wealth to that place when you do gain wealth. In your own way, even if by travel, by being a tourist and buying that from the miners themselves rather than buying, from other sources when you can. So that's another great manifestation to do. Uh, I'll end this video to keep it short and update it for today. So take advantage of this transit today.